Hello, everybody. You're listening to J Movie Talk, episode 346, as I'm talking the movie Men in Black. And I am not alone to close out Summer Blockbuster Month. No, I had to get my agent K to my agent J, the one and only Miss Keda Hubbard. Keda, how are you doing?
Oh my God, I just realized that. Hello, Jay. I'm like, wait, what? Ugh. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, all right. I take it. Hello. Thank you for having me back on the podcast, sir. Appreciate you.
Yes,
All right. I like the intro.
yeah,
Hmm.
because it's funny when I was watching
Okay.
this, when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, Agent J, Agent K. I was like, wait a minute. So
I
yeah.
I watched this movie twice in a week. I didn't even pick up it once. So good eye, because I didn't even think that way. I was just thinking like, God, I gotta watch this again because the first time I really wasn't watching it.
Well,
So,
yeah, no,
but
I,
yeah.
I get you. But yeah, welcome back. It's been a long time since had you over on Movie Talk. Um,
Yes, I'm still waiting for my paycheck. Never got that in the mail, y'all. Huh.
um,
Lord.
well, yeah. You know, might have to pull out the neuralyzer on you and blank that
Mm.
from your memory.
You know what, Jay? Before you go, through the movie, of course, I want one of them. Do you know how many people I could use that on who want to start an argument with me? I'm just saying in general. I'm not how you feel about that at work. Like I would love to have that. Like I can't say kids because that's probably a little creepy, but like adults, like they want to argue to go. I would love to have that. I'm just saying. I mean, it might get them a seizure or something, but
I mean, you're not wrong. It would be nice to have one of those, blank stuff from people's memory. Like, yeah, we didn't have that conversation. And
man, I would use that probably. Man, they probably had to put a limit on mine. Like, lady, you use too much in one day. Your limit is done. But yeah.
yeah. So I mean, so like I said, we're here to talk about Men in Black from 1997. This month I have been doing basically summer blockbusters. Even though I started off the month, I did a spotlight on Spike Lee. But then when I got into doing the actual movies, I did Jurassic Park and I did Independence Day. And now we're closing out the month talking about Men in Black. So real quick, um, you can either talk about your connection with this movie or just like summer blockbusters in general. I'll let you decide.
Summer blockbusters, whew, my memory and numbers ain't good with blockbusters, but this movie came out when I was 6 years old.
Hmm.
So I didn't had no clue about this movie until when, Jay? Early 2000s. That's when I saw this movie. And as a kid, it's like, whoa, like, okay, it's cool to see it, Imagine it wasn't probably in the summer. I don't know what time, the day, night, I don't know what it was, but I watched it when I was, old enough to watch it. And to go to your other questions about blockbuster movies, I can't think of nothing on the top of my head as far as blockbuster movies that came out in the summer. I'm trying to think. I love the Die Hard movies, but I think that came out probably in the Christmas season.
Actually, no.
No?
Die Hard, the first one actually came out in July, Christmas in July, basically. Yeah. So
Okay. Well, I feel like we had this conversation before, but okay. I think we did.
probably when we recorded the Die Hard episode
Yes, I think we did.
a long time ago on this podcast.
Oh, you know what? I think Spider-Man came out in the summer. I'm thinking it's coming back slowly. And you know what? Let me Google while I'm doing this. But I think yeah, SummerSlam. Ooh, sorry, wrong one. Spider-Man. Sorry, that's coming up soon too. I
Well,
think Spider-Man.
he was a wrestler for like 2 minutes. Well, for 3 minutes, he was a wrestler.
Transformers. But you know what? Like during the summertime, though, when the movies come out, it's like they always promote it, so it's like a big thing. And when I was younger, you probably would laugh at this movie. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Oh my god, with Bernie Mac and Charlie's Angels.
Mhm.
I remember that. I believe that came out in the summer. And I remember my uncle was like, "This is one of the biggest movies of the year," during that time. For that period of time, it's like, and it was just like a whole prep ride. It was like a whole thing for it, right? So you would think I would have went to it, right? No, I don't know why I didn't go, but it was like a whole premiere in the summer. And I know my uncle, he used to work in the movies, and every summer he'd be like, "Man, Here we go with these movies. Like it's always a big crowd back then. Now it's like you can watch it on whatever streaming service you have. But when I was younger, I did like the summer movies. Like I just in general, I probably don't have a favorite one besides the Die Hard ones, and maybe like a Spider Man movie came out. But I'm not really like hardcore on movies, as you know that. But I don't mind the summer movies because it's like all right during that time, even Christmas time, like they just have those movies to just basically for the summer. Hey, come watch this. I'm trying to think of one in the summer. Dang, you made me think, Jay. Okay, I had questions for you. Okay, um, Pirates of the Caribbean. Okay, I remember that one. God, I feel so old right now. 2006. Harry Potter. One of them came out. Okay, but no, it's one I did see, Jay, in the movie that I really enjoyed. The Dark Knight.
Ah, okay, nice.
There you go. It
All
came.
right.
The Dark Knight. I remember seeing that. I think that's the movie I watched. I think I told you I watched multiple times with different people because I really enjoyed it. I don't know why I really enjoyed it. I just like everything. Like my thing with movie is if I sit there the whole time and don't look at my phone. Mind
Mhm.
you, phones back then was a little crappy. We know that, but is it's like, oh, you got me hooked. That could be for anything. But
Yeah.
if I'm like doodling or like texting, like my attention is not on that show or on that movie. Like, but if I'm really into it, I'm really into it. So this is like my maybe one of my favorite summer blockbuster movies.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, it took me a long time to get there.
No, no, hey, no, that look, that's fine. That's okay. I know I threw a fastball at you, so
Oh, it's okay. I got a couple for you, buddy.
all right. But
Not
I
playing.
mean, but like for me, with this, I actually saw this at the movie theater.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you
I was
telling your age.
yeah, well, I was 11 years old when this movie came out. Um,
Mm,
and I mean, it was cool because at that time Will Smith was a big thing. He
mm,
was Mr. Summer Blockbuster. This was like doing his run. Of course, Independence Day really starts that, and I talked about that in the Independence Day episode where
mm.
I said about how yeah, Bad Boys is his introduction as far as being like movie action star Will Smith. Independence Day kind of takes it, but I feel like Men in Black is like what really solidified his, position as Mr. Summer Blockbuster Man. Um, and everything. So yeah, I remember seeing this at the theater. I thought it was cool at the time, especially dealing with the different aliens and just the
Mm.
dynamic between him and Tommy Lee Jones, which we'll talk about here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But as far as like summer blockbusters, I mean, it's always been a thing, and I talked about it when I did the Jurassic Park episode about how Steven Spielberg, in a way, he is responsible for two different eras of the summer blockbuster, of where he's the reason why summer blockbuster became a thing with Jaws way back in 1975. And then in 1993 when he does Jurassic Park, and how the blockbusters that came after that movie pretty much tried to not so much emulate exactly what he did, but he kind of created the formula of what a summer blockbuster should be. And now when it comes to summer blockbusters, you don't really get those type of movies anymore. You pretty much get all of
Superheroes?
yeah, the superheroes. Because like right
Okay.
now, I mean, you have Superman, you have Fantastic Four that's in the theater right now, and those are the big movies right
Biggest.
now and everything. You don't get. I mean, yeah, you had 28 years later come out, but I mean, if you weren't a fan of the first one or anything like that, I highly doubt you probably go see it or anything like that. But you don't really get like these type of summer blockbusters. They're kind of far and in between now and everything, and it's kind of unfortunate, really, because movies like these, I feel like, are the ones that really made the summertime the best, because you can actually release one of the superhero movies any time of the year and people are
Right.
gonna flock to see it. But the summertime used to be, specifically for those movies that were considered larger than life
Mm.
for different reasons, and people went to see them because they just wanted to be entertained. At least
So is those movies more like I was not trying to put pro wrestling in this like independent like movies to you like the way you're saying it, it feel like those are like the independent movies, the little goofy movies. Like they might make money, but the big movies could come out anytime. Like the main events, like when you see the main event, you know when it's coming out. But
I,
these movies give them that like wiggle room to like kind of get that exposure, kind of.
I mean to a degree,
Okay.
because there have been like, I mean, I know how you feel about the Fast and Furious series, but I have to use that.
Ugh,
But I have to use it as an example of
Lord.
no, but I have to use it as an example because for a few years, those were summer movies, and
Mm.
because they are spectacle in a way, they became spectacle at least.
Yeah,
Um,
blame USA Network for always showing them goddamn movies every goddamn week. Goddamn it.
but
Lord.
but you understand what I'm saying, of where is it kind of fit into the mold of what the old way of summer
Bogart.
blockbusters were,
Mm,
opposed to it being a superhero movie to an
gotcha.
extent. So that's the only reason why I use that as an example. And then like how you mentioned earlier about like Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff like that, those fit into that, the formula of what made summer blockbusters what they were. But now it's basically, well, it's superhero movies, and then you have
Mm.
like certain anomalies that are kind of come out during the summer. And it's like, oh, yeah, they still do make those movies, that come out in the summer that's not a superhero movie. Um, but they're kind of far and in between. And yeah, I would say they kind of get put on streaming services, to a
Do
degree.
you, sorry to interrupt you, do you think that the kids' movies kind of take up the summer stuff now?
Um,
Or,
I mean, I, that all depends. Like, because I know you have. I can't remember. Has it come? Well, let me see first. Because I'm talking about. I know there's a new Smurfs movie come that's releasing this year. I don't know if it's come out already or not.
because it feel like it's a lot of kids' movies this year. I don't know about you, but it just feel like, damn, like it's another kids' movie. Like it just feel like
Yeah,
they just
yeah. The Smurfs came out July 18th, but it kind of got swept up in
Smurfs. Because Lilo and
in
Stitch came out this year too, right?
which one?
Lilo and Stitch.
Probably so.
I think so. I think it came out this year. I think
Yeah.
so.
So,
Okay.
but I think a lot of those movies, if they come out around the time, like the big
Mm.
superhero movie, they kind of get caught in the
Lost.
undertow basically, and you know, it's like
I
kind
went to
of
go watch some dumbass movie a couple
oh
months ago. I don't know if I told you about that on Testament. I don't know. I
no,
was like, why did I come watch it? It was I have a soft spot for army movies. It's one of them army movies. Don't ask me the name of it. It was like a 1 day thing. And I'm like, I could have watched this shit on Netflix. Sorry for cussing, Jack. I could have watched it on Netflix. It was just like wasting my time in the movie theater. I can't remember the name of it. It came out. Let me see if I can find it.
was it
But
was it was it Warfare?
I, why that sound familiar? It was a 1 day type movie. I
Yeah,
think that
pretty much. It took place in the span of a few hours, really,
yes, yes, it was. Oh my god,
and it
that
was it was a true story too. So
I know. So I kind of felt bad, but it's like this movie I could have watched in my house. Like, well, wait, did this come out in the summer? No, this one in the summer.
no, it didn't come out in the
No,
summer.
this is springtime. Okay. Well, I just defeat my whole purpose of my point. But yeah, it's like movies like this. This could
No,
get swallowed by like a superhero movie.
yeah, and generally that's what happens a lot of times.
No, right? No pun intended. Bugs swallowing people, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, because that definitely happens in this movie.
Ugh, ugh. I hate
Um,
cockroaches. Oh, that.
yeah, I
Ugh.
look, I feel the same way about roaches,
Mm.
and
Ugh.
everything.
Look, I'm hitting my leg, everything.
So, all right, so let's talk about this cast for a second, because um,
Mm.
this cast pretty much. I mean, you have Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones leading the way. Linda Fiorentino she basically committed career suicide a few years after this movie came out, because of her attitude. Because I
Mm.
mean, once upon a time she was a thing, and then she stopped being a thing because of her attitude. Um, and then you have Vincent D'Onofrio as Edgar, and you have Rip Torn as Zed. And then, of course, I mean, there's a few other people that show up throughout this movie, but just the main like actors in this movie, in particular, the relationship between Will Smith, Agent J, and Tommy Lee Jones, Agent K. Like, how do you feel about like them in this movie?
So I always liked the Tommy Lee. I always I don't know. He's one of them actors. Like I don't know why. Like I always saw him as an old man. Mind you, I was young. I'm still young, but I always like I don't know. I can't explain, but I like him. I always like his movies, even his movies. I actually first, so you know what I first saw him actually was in the Batman movie.
Batman for yeah, Batman Forever. Good Lord.
Yes, and that's when I first saw him. So I was like, years ago, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I know him, and then I think I just gravitate him towards him during that time. But before I answer your question about the chemistry, I did have a question for you. What is this whole thing with him and Jim Curry? You know I love Jim Curry. Like, why they got beef? I'm probably 100 years late, but why do they have beef with each other from the
Okay,
Batman movie?
S-
Like,
so so let's keep in mind at the time that Batman Forever came out, Jim
mhm,
Carrey was in his run of being the king of comedy, in movies, right?
yes.
Um, Eddie Murphy probably has the greatest decade for anybody in the 80s, and Jim Carrey probably has the single
Mm.
best year for anybody in 1994. Because he had Ace Ventura, Liar Liar, and The Mask all come out the same freaking year. Or was it Dumb and Dumber? I think it's Dumb and Dumber. Um,
One of them.
yeah, but he had those three movies come out in the same year, and it was a huge hit. So fast forward to a year later, where he's playing the Riddler, and he was in full Jim Carrey mode. Tommy Lee Jones, who even though he can play a freaking madman in the movie, because if you ever see Natural Born Killers, he plays a freaking madman. Or if you saw Under Siege, he plays a freaking madman. Um, but he's a serious actor at the same time. So the fact that he spent the majority of that movie with Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey was getting on his nerves a lot. And you can kind of see why.
I I can see that.
You can see why.
All
And
that all day, that a
yes,
break in between.
yes.
Ooh, I know he
And
took
the
some margaritas.
and the scene for me in that movie that I feel like Tommy Lee Jones was not acting is when the Riddler shows up in his lair, and
Oh
he
yeah,
and he says, and he's like, and he turns on, he's like, "Who the hell are you?" He's like, "Just a friend." And when he pulls that gun out on him, I felt like Tommy Lee Jones really wanted to shoot him.
I I'm right behind you with that. I
So,
remember that part. That's funny. That's one of my favorite parts of that movie.
well, I mean, look, you would be furious too if somebody come walks into your house unannounced wearing some damn green pajamas, talking about something they just a friend. Like, what the heck? Get the hell out of here! Like, what are you
And you
doing
know
here?
how he be prancing around.
Yes, because that's literally what he did when he come.
Because he's so skinny. I just, I love Jim Curry. I know. I just love him, and I just wanted to know that. Yeah, that was one of my questions for you. But
But I would say this now,
uh,
because you brought up about Jim Carrey. Now think about what you know about Will Smith. So naturally,
mm,
you would not think that it would work between Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, especially with what happened with Tommy Lee with Jim Carrey.
mm.
But it
but
did.
But Will Smith is yes, he was crazy too, but like he probably know when to turn it off and have it. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably
Yeah.
have respect for him. Jim Curry just like, hey, hello everybody, I'm here, I'm crazy man, hey, La La Land, let's go. Like he always been hyped. Like every Jim Curry movie except for that number shit, he's always hyped. So I'm not surprised that his ADHD was clicking real bad.
Yeah.
But the chemistry of Tommy and Will Smith, it was good. Like you could tell, like the dark humor. It kind of reminded me of me and you a little bit while like when you was talking. Like I'm more like the Will Smith a little bit. You more the Tommy like the Tommy Lee like if you don't shut up, girl. That's the moments. I mean, we did a podcast over 8 years. So it's like, okay, if you don't shut up sometime. So it's like it gave me like a little okay. I could see us like kind of on that route a little bit. We just don't have aliens. They're actually humans down here. But
Well, at this point, we don't know.
they're
So
humans, but some of them gonna get a chip in their body, maybe. Anyway, but no, Will Smith and Tommy, because I don't know why I want to call it Tommy Hilfiger so bad. but But no, they were. I like their chemistry with each other. Like when he first, I mean, we started off with. I'm sorry if I'm skipping. Like, well, we started off with the part where Will Smith was playing is Jay when he's chasing one of these creatures. Because before that, you had Tommy Lee Jones, Agent K. He was with his partner, which he retired. Right? What was his name, Jay?
He was D.
Okay, D. Okay, Mr. D. Yeah, because it was a whole scenario. You know, you got. See, I don't even want to talk about this because every time I talk, it was individuals in the van,
Hmm.
and police pulled them over. Okay, good. I'm all right. Okay, one of them little suspect. You got Agent K, Agent D. Boo. I'm like, okay. Mind you, I ain't seen this movie in years. Just I'm like, okay. Why I feel like somebody got like slime on them, and I was like, oh, they did the little goofy cop. Because basically, opening he just basically want to see, I guess, what human trafficking, I guess, or like they try to go over the border stuff like that, and they they got there, whatever, and then they got the alien. And they took him down, way down from other people. They let them go because they knew who the alien was, and it's like, okay, you get this nasty creature. Why all? I mean, I know the aliens, Jay, but oh my god, ain't no cute aliens out there. And anybody think about that? They just all ugly. Like you can't have one cute one.
What do you mean?
Don't say ET.
The little squid, the squid baby wasn't cute.
You talking about the thing almost killed Agent J outside when they was doing a police stop?
He
No,
wasn't cute.
that damn thing ugly too. It's just a
Jesus,
baby. Excuse me.
jeez.
That
Good.
thing ugly too. But no, but seriously, no, like that scene when they introduced Agent K, it's like, okay, all right, he know his partner's about to retire. I That's the vibes I got, right? This fall in the movie. Okay, and then we get this high almighty Agent J, he's chasing like who was he chasing again? What was that thing name? Because
He didn't actually have a name, but
I call
I
him
mean,
Thing.
yeah, but we find out that he was an alien because he was basically afraid of what was coming because apparently a lot of them knew that the roach was coming. Apparently,
Ugh,
um,
bug.
yeah. So they basically was like they were trying to get away because that's what happened with the couple. Um, in the car when they did the stop, he was like, "Where?" He's like, "Reggie, where are you going?" and everything like that. And it's like, yeah, they were spooked because as we see when that thing shows up, he really he really didn't he was basically a killer basically. So everybody was basically trying to get out of town, in a sense.
Yeah, but that's one of my favorite scenes. I think, as far as like action with Agent J. Did I say it right? Okay, yes. And I'm trying not to say Will Smith. Sorry, but I like that. It just like even when he hopped over the bridge, he's like, "What the?" He landed right on his feet. Like, what in the world? Like that. If I would have saw that, I would have stopped chasing him, Jay. Because if you you hopped over that and no ankle, no nothing, you ain't hurt nothing. The
Yeah,
body ain't you not Superman. You're not Batman. What are you doing? Like you supposed to be like, nah, I ain't chasing you, but if okay, this movie came out before Bad Boys or after Bad Boys?
this is 2 years
Bef-
after Bad Boys.
After Bad. Okay, so that's why I'm about to say that's why he had that scene of running because he wanted to play the cop role. Like he want that. It feel like he asked for that scene. I think I that's what I feel. I feel like he asked for that.
I mean, it's just to show Will Smith is an action star, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was a cool scene, so I'm not gonna rip him to shreds to it. But oh yeah, and then the alien, of course, he. like you said earlier with the threats and stuff like that, he committed suicide.
Mhm.
And it's like, dang, like, okay, like, all right, something really bad is about to happen. It kind of reminded me of Ghostbusters a little bit. It's like, all right, hmm, what's next? That's what I got from this.
Okay. And then, but as far as the like I said, you was talking about the chemistry between the two.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Um, and like I say, the reason why is weird how it works between them because we know Will Smith, he's all, the difference between me and you is I make this look good. He just always
Mm.
talking where K is more like just serious and
Chilling and
all about his business. But the odd couple relationship, it works perfectly.
right, it's like the old the old god with the young one. It's
Yeah.
like, it's literally like your dad. I mean, he wasn't that old in this movie, but he's older, but it's
Well, he was
like
50. He
right,
was 50.
right, because I was gonna say grandpa, but I might be pushing it. Maybe the third one, but the first one, yeah, he's like dad to him, pretty much. Like that's his
Or uncle.
junior
Or
uncle.
uncle.
Yeah, uncle, dad,
Yeah.
godfather, cousin,
Yeah.
older man syndrome to younger man rebellion, want to do stuff and try to figure it out. I didn't have a problem with the chemistry. I liked them as that, and at times it felt very calm. I don't know if you got that during the movie. Yes, it was action, but when they talk to each other, it was just very calm. I think like Tommy, like he have that aura, like
Hmm.
he can set a room. Like yeah, Will Smith being himself, but you still feel the tension from Tommy. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's like this is Will Smith's scene, but Tommy made it. I know I'm hopping, Jay. Sorry. At the end, it's like, all right, I'm gonna go get my gun. Like, F this movie. I'm gonna go get my stuff. And he came back. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. I know, I'm jumping ahead.
Oh, no,
But
that's fine.
it just, you know what I'm saying? Like he just know how to control the screen. That's basically what I'm saying. But hey, I like them together. They was cool. I didn't have no problem, no hiccups. And yeah.
Okay. But no, yeah, I agree. It definitely Tommy Lee Jones knows how to command a scene by doing less is more. Even though there have been movies where he like just
Over the
really,
top.
yes, like I say,
Right. Mm-hmm.
natural. I always go back to Natural Born Killers because
I
there's
don't think I saw that one.
I mean, well, you probably would be pissed at me if you did watch that movie. But because it's just all over the freaking place. But
Hmm.
Tommy Lee Jones' character in that movie is utterly insane. That man is a complete madman at the
Now
end of
they
that at
now
the
they
end of that
watching now.
movie. And
Jesus.
I came up with this thing, and you'll like this because Natural Born Killers came out in '94, right? And the kind of back and forth dynamic between Tommy Lee Jones' character as the warden of the prison and Woody Harrelson's character, Mickey, and everything. It felt like whenever I watched that movie, it kind of feels like, okay, did Vince McMahon and WWE, did they kind of pull inspiration from the whole Mr. McMahon and Steve Austin dynamic? Because it's very similar-ish
Probably.
with the way they are. And the fact that Tommy Lee Jones wears them ridiculous suits just like how Vince used to wear. Well, still do wear actually. And you have Mickey who is bold and anti-authority and everything. Yeah, it kind of sound like somebody we know, right?
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I always kind of put that together. But matter of fact, I'm gonna send you a scene from the movie so you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Um,
No, I'm just gonna watch the movie.
what?
And then yeah, you can see the scene too, but I'm gonna watch the movie first, and then I watch the scene because I don't want to
Well,
be
I mean,
scared,
if
man.
you can find it, because I don't know if it's streaming nowhere. But yeah, like I
Hmm.
say,
Okay.
it's just funny, like seeing him. Because I always say this: people who watch Tommy Lee Jones in movies, you can always tell where they first saw him. Because anytime if they say Men in Black or if they say um like you said Batman Forever, I can say I would say okay, yeah, they are
Mm.
a little younger. because
Yes, absolutely.
like for me,
Oh, he was in what was that damn movie?
what's that?
Yeah, he was in another one I watched. Double
Double Jeopardy
Double Jeopardy. That's the name of that movie.
with him and Ashley
I think he
Judd.
was in that one, right?
Yeah, with Ashley Judd. Yes.
Yes, I saw that movie. Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Look
know
at
why I liked her. Or see, yeah, okay, I saw that. Wait, did I see that with you?
that. Oh, you just here with me.
Did we see that together?
No.
No, we didn't watch
No.
that.
No.
I saw that movie though. Okay,
No. That's a very good movie. I
okay.
enjoy that
I
movie a
saw this
lot.
movie. Yeah, I
I
saw this movie. I think it was on like CBS, ABC. It was on one. I thought we reviewed it or something. Okay,
no,
yeah, I saw that.
no,
Ashley Judd, because I remember her. Yeah.
it's a very good movie. Actually. But yeah, I always like the like I said, I always like the dynamic. Okay, so one thing that this movie does a very good job is blending the action with the comedy and with the sci-fi stuff. Because
Yes.
there's a lot of that, and sometimes all in one scene. Um, and everything. And even they even kind of tease a little bit that there could be like a romantic, chemistry between Agent J and the doctor, which she just randomly disappears after the end of this movie, um, and never heard from ever again because her attitude, I would say. But I mean, we talked a little bit about the action stuff, but as far as like the comedy and then like all the sci-fi stuff that we get in this movie, um, just like what do you how'd you feel about like the comedy aspect and also like all the little sci-fi stuff?
It was fun, especially when they're in the workplace. What is them damn things? Them four things? I want them. I want them as friends. I might sound crazy right now. Them little,
Yeah,
what are they called? What they
I don't know.
like? Some creatures, but there's
Yeah,
four of them. And when they was in, was they drinking coffee? They was doing something in the break room.
yes,
And then like at the end of the movie, they had suitcase and cigarettes.
yeah, 'cause they were getting the hell out of there. It's like shoot,
So
the earth about to get blowed up. Yeah, we leave.
they was like my guilty pleasure in the movie. They was. It was just fun. Like Dave Parks was fun, and then the dog. I have no name.
Yes,
Sorry, Jay. Don't know. That was fun. And then like the people looking at Agent K, like, what are you doing to that dog? Like it was just fun, and I love the camera. How the camera went on him because of course he wasn't shaking the dog for real, but and some people like, oh my god, why you do that? But it was a cool. I like that part. I like that scene. That was cool. And oh, I mean, one of the main characters, Bud, everything he had in this movie, I was cracking up at him. Yes, he's disgusting. He got caught where he basically killed the man. He took his skin, went in
yes.
the house. The wife had me cracking up. She passed out because he talking about what he say? What he say? Sugar, sugar, sugar.
Yeah, you need water. Yeah, you need
What
sugar water.
sugar, sugar water. So I'm like, what in the blue world? Okay, all right. But all his scenes that I cracked up, him and Will Smith at the end was funny. Yes, it was really the creature, but just all the buzz scenes, he was my highlight of this movie.
What
As far as
he
the action and like the alien and all that interact with the human, like every scene he played, except for when he went in there and like the jury and all that slang and looked at the cat, that was a little. I ain't really care about that part, but I mean, well, he kind of figured out who had the galaxy thing. But other than that, all his scenes, like I enjoy, like all the alien stuff incorporated into it, and oh, it was cool. And then Agent K blew off one of the guys' head, and then Will Smith looked like what? Like he about to arrest him. How you gonna arrest him? You just saw his head got blew off. You with him, not him with you. So
pretty
how is it gonna
much.
work? But okay.
Yeah. Well, I would say this about as far as Vincent D'Onofrio as the bug. Yes, he is hilarious in this, and the fact that this huge behind bug squeezed himself into this man's skin, and it's like how?
Ugh, and that neck, honey. Ugh, you did chiropractor.
How did he do this? Because there's no way he could squeeze himself in it. But then it makes you understand why he was walking the way he was walking because he just stuffed in this man. And okay, the funniest scene to me. that's not even supposed to really be funny is remember when he pulls up because he's driving the bug truck and he can barely drive it because he doing the old driving stop motion thing
Mhm.
and he pulls up on the dude when he's leaving his jewelry shop but it's just the way he pulls up. I'm like, why the hell he pull up like this?
Like a
Like,
creep.
yes, it's like what the
Like,
heck?
like he about to go steal his cat and eat cat food or something.
It's like what the hell is he doing? And then I mean like I say he's funny because when he took over as the waiter and the dude asks like, well, where's the other guy? He's like, oh, I gave him a break. And then they show him like,
Mm.
no, he literally broke him in half. Like, yeah, that's what he did. It's like what?
Man, and then when he brought the plate straight to them, and they
Nah,
looking like, what the? They
yo,
knew it was him, but it just, oh, can you imagine? I would go off if I saw that in my food. Oh my God, I would never eat again, probably. Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, damn
Ugh.
roaches falling all over the
Ah!
place.
Ah!
Oh.
Ugh. Just give me images. Ugh. God, that's the only thing I don't like about this movie is that, like, he was fun. Yeah, like, how did that's your main character you like? I know, but his humor and all that was fun. Like, he was just fun. It's just them
Yeah,
damn bugs. Like,
yeah.
ugh.
Um, but I would say this one thing about the movie too is that, and going back to 1997 when this movie came out, it's like everybody wanted to wear the black suits, have them sunglasses, and Will Smith, song Men in Black, that was it was played everywhere. It became a pop culture phenomenon, really.
Ooh, I got a question.
What's that?
I got a question, and then you can ask people too. Who music is worse, Will Smith or Nick Cannon's?
Well, okay.
I actually like
So
Will Smith music sometimes. So Nick Cannon, I don't really know, but
yeah, I mean, I've never cared for Nick Cannon songs, but there are. I mean, put it like this: Will Smith made "Summertime." All right,
yes,
that is a goated song. I don't care where.
yeah, it is.
I
But
don't care where you.
mm,
And then
the,
the fact that he said because that's like the only song he rhymes the way he do with that kind of laid back melody that
uh,
he do. And he said he was inspired by Rakim to kind of have that more laid back. And if you ever listen to
mm,
Rakim and then
yeah,
you listen to Will's cadence in that song, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I can see that. So I'll just say this. Yeah, he made. I know people always be like, "Oh, well, he was a corny rapper, this, that, and the third." And it's like, think about the time when he came out, like originally came out as a rapper. He that it was before like really gangster rap really took off in a way
mm,
because you had parents that don't understand, and all that type of stuff, and so he was always a clean cut rapper. That was always his thing. He wasn't cursing
mm,
in his raps or whatever. So then he transitioned to acting, but at the same time he still did music. I mean, hell, I own the Big Willie style of um album. I did. I had it,
no. I
right?
had that terrible one he did it. Well, you can tell this is my generation. It's Will Smith Lost and Found. Yeah, I'm a
Is
little
that is
young.
is that the is that the
That's the
one?
one with Switch. That's the only song I know that
Yeah.
that album. That's
Oh,
the only
I
reason
think
I got
yeah.
it.
Well, I think that's the only song anybody know off the album. Um, but
Right,
But
so.
but at the same time, like I say, he's had hits. So plus
Mm,
he it, the trivia will always be who's the first rapper to win a Grammy? It's Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. They're the first
mm,
ones as rappers to win Grammys. He's the first rapper to win a Grammy. All right, so he's always going to be good. Yeah, he's kind of had what's considered quote unquote clean corny raps, but it's like certain people they say that about, but then there's other people who do the same type, and it's like they give them a pass for it. So it's kind of weird. But I've never
okay.
had a problem with Will Smith as a rapper.
All right, so the worst one is Nick Cannon. I mean, I already know it's Nick Cannon, but I just want to ask you that question.
But like I say, I'll
Whew.
put it like this: Will Smith
Lord.
was a rapper who became an actor. Nick
Mm,
Cannon was an actor who became a rapper.
mm. Oof, you should have stayed where
So
he at.
so that's how I just put it like that.
Drumline.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Okay. Back to this movie. I'm sorry, I just had to ask you that question. I told you I
Yeah.
had questions for you.
Yeah. No, you know what? I might do drumline one day. Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
please. Yeah, you do it, please. Let me tell you, when I went to high school
Even though I hate that movie.
and they didn't have no work, I hate it now too.
I
I
hate
used
that
to
movie.
love that movie.
I hate that movie.
That's all they will play for us in high school.
Yeah,
They
well,
won't play nothing else. They won't even play the news. That's all they play. They will not play The Color Purple, but they'll play this.
well, I mean,
Every class I went to had the same. I think they had the same DVD, if I'm not mistaken. Because how we all watch the same movie? Like if you ever like meet people I went to school, oh my god, no, not Drumline, please no, please no. We
well,
watched it so much that it was
that
just
movie
terrible.
came
No,
out when I was in high school. Um, so
oh Jesus.
yeah, because what that movie came out, what, 2002? I think it was. When did Drumline come out?
Mm.
When did Drumline come out?
Because
Yeah, it came out. Yeah,
they had that
2002.
sucker. I believe it was on DVD. I don't think VHS.
Yes,
No, I think it was DVD.
yes.
And I remember us watching that always in class.
We
Don't want to
watched
teach
it.
nobody nothing.
We
But
watched that movie too. So,
mm,
right.
good
So, because
lord.
it came out my sophomore year in high school. So, oh yeah. So there was 2 full years of me having to watch either that or freaking loving basketball, and that's the reason why I
Oh,
do
them
not like.
too.
I don't like either
Oh,
movie. I don't
oh
like either movie because of that.
Jesus.
That's the reason why I don't like either movie.
See, I don't like Love Jones now because of my mother. Because she just killed that for me. But
Okay.
and oh no, what's the other movie? Sleep in Seattle. She killed that one for me too. And You Got Mail. She killed that for me too. The movies is cool. It
So
just
basically, Tom Hanks.
pretty much like I thought she had a crush on the man at this point. I mean, damn,
I
like
mean,
damn, okay.
Tom Hanks is kind of goaded in the black community. So
Okay. Anyway,
he is. But
Jesus.
yeah, so back to Men in Black. I don't know
Ooh.
how we got there.
Oh, okay, okay. So Bub, he came to the planet Earth and he killed two aliens, right? And
Yeah.
then that's how they went to the moat and met the lady named Laura. I think her name is.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was right there. There you go, taking you in.
Well, I mean, like I say, she's interesting as your third or fourth lead, depending on how you look at it, because her and the
Um,
bug are like three and four in this. But
I think she's fourth J because he had so many scenes and it was really about him. I know she was in it too, but she was more
she's in it, but she's not
around.
really in it.
Yeah, she more around. She was at the moat. Shit, she was there. He was there with the dead people. Like she just happened to be there. I think he's third. She's fourth. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I can take that. But it just I don't know because, like I said, the fact that she pretty much torpedoed her own career,
You
you
can't
know.
stand this lady.
No, no,
Mm,
it's no, no. She's been in some really good movies, but just
okay.
from things of what there's a reason why after the movie Dogma, the Kevin Smith movie, there's a reason why you stop seeing her in a lot of movies because it's like by that
Wait,
point,
is she Randy Orton before he got clean?
no, she's not Randy Orton. No, no, she's not Randy Orton.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Continue.
no, that's actually Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper is Randy Orton. Um,
Ugh. Him. Don't know him. Never heard of him. Who is him? Next. Anyway,
Bryce
at the
Harper
book.
is Bryce Harper is Randy
Never
Orton.
heard of that man.
But anyway,
Said DC will never get one. It came to DC when you left, sir.
well
Yeah,
you
I got a little animosity. Sorry, baseball
well
fans.
I
Sorry.
mean just
Goodbye,
just
sir.
just to
Mm.
let you know he was voted as one of the all-time players for the Expo/Nationals organization. So
Of course
um
he was. They
yeah,
are duh. I know that, but
yeah,
it's just when he said out the door, try to be shady. Even
yeah,
when the Cowboys won their little cup, no, not little big cup, all the shade. I was there with the shade, but he was still on my team. You know, so I'm like, all right, okay, you know what I'm saying? Cool. Now, bye,
yeah,
bye. Anyway, all right, we
he
gotta
had
go
a
back to this movie.
yeah,
Okay, so
he had a bad time. But yeah, so yeah, she pretty much like I say
the little
ruined.
thing died, right?
yes, the little alien
Okay.
died
Oh, go ahead.
because that's what he basically did. He killed both of them, and everything. We find out that these people were being controlled by these little aliens from the planet. I forgot exactly what planet they were from, but um, yeah, and the fact that I really liked how the whole thing about Orion's belt, um, and everything. Because they looking like there's no galaxy Orion, but just these three, just this right here is like, so it's like what the hell Orion? But it took for Will Smith to really do some detective work to really figure out where Orion, like the whole thing about where the galaxy really was. Which like I said, I like that because it just showed he was still a cop. Even though he had been you know
Mm-hmm.
initiated into MIB, and everything like that. But he was still a cop at heart. So,
Right, but his cop sense won. They won censor. He was trying to be a hoe when she tried to tell him that Bug is under the damn table, and he thinking other stuff. I'm like, Lord have mercy. She's literally pointing, and the Bug is like, "Yeah, this bitch just gave me up. I know she did."
all I say is, Dr. Umar would not have been proud of that moment. That's all I say.
Jesus, oh, Jesus Christ.
Because he was like, see, he was distracted by the snow bunny, and all that type of stuff. But which he was. But yeah, that scene is hilarious though, because she's talking about what his mind somewhere else, and the bug is underneath the table. Like, what the hell are they? Like, what the hell going on up here and everything? But yeah. Um. So let me ask you this. What do you think about how they like once we get to the MIB side of things and pretty much seeing like the world behind the world in a sense where the aliens exist and the headquarters and how New York is basically like this, melting pot of, alien central basically. Um,
They should. All them big ass rats they got up there.
oh
No
God.
offense. Hey, Rob, miss you. But shout out. But
Yeah.
yeah. It, wait, what was your question again, Jake? Sorry.
Well, basically about like how they pretty much like how they use New York as the setting and the fact that like the
Mm.
world behind the world and how they
The secret life,
yeah
basically.
of like how the aliens basically infiltrated, society.
Um, it was cool seeing behind the scenes stuff like that. I wish it was more in this movie. Like maybe another character. I feel like a woman should have been in it. I mean, like if I was like an older woman. Like I don't know, maybe I can't think of that lady name. I'm not even gonna sit here try to think, but I'll let you know after we record. Like maybe like an older lady could have been in the movie. I don't know, maybe it could have been more interaction behind the scene. I know like it's basically about K and J, but it just I don't know, I just feel like it just needed more one more character. Or maybe I'm asking for too much behind the scenes. The New York base was cool. I mean, they always have movies in New York. I never like it wasn't nothing bad. I was like, okay. I didn't really think about that too much to be honest with you. It was just cool seeing the aliens behind the scenes and then education like we basically invisible. So I like that part. But you got Will Smith blowing up stuff with his little gun and he telling him what you doing. They gotta keep using the thing to blind people at this point. So um yeah, I really don't have no thoughts about like really behind the scenes for real. Like that's the only really I had. It's not like it didn't really change nothing to me. It was cool seeing it, but it wasn't like enough like big. It felt like it should have been maybe spotted more in the first movie, but other than that, no.
Well, I
I,
mean, granted, I don't think the first movie, the initial plan was to be like, hey, this is gonna turn into a franchise. I think they just kind of played it by ear with the success of the first
oh,
movie and
okay,
went from there.
okay.
But I would ask you this though, like, I mean, granted, there are CGI moments in it, of course, because there's certain stuff they couldn't do practically, but you do get a lot of like real practical effects with some of the alien stuff. which I thought that was pretty good.
Excuse me.
Especially like with the illegal alien at the beginning, which like is like really I mean that's kind of hilarious when you think about it. An illegal alien is truly an illegal alien once they take off the damn jacket that he got on, and then he just holding the head on a stick,
Mm.
um, and everything. Stuff like that. But like, how'd you feel about the effects in the movie?
It was cool seeing that, but my question is, how these little people died in the heads if they connected to the body, but they could just get out the body, or
No,
unless they,
no, they're not connected. They controlling
I mean,
the
they
body
control
from the
it,
head.
right? But it's like the one at the more, like they couldn't just get him out do CPR. Well, I won't do
No,
CPR.
because remember when Edgar when he's there at the diner with them, you remember his tentacle come and he stabs like them through the neck.
Yeah.
He's not he stabbed them through the neck, but he's stabbing the little alien that's inside.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I'm just like, if that's like like a shield, right? I'm thinking like a shield. I didn't really. Okay, all right,
Yeah, that's what it
gotcha.
was. He was stabbing them, so
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
because I'm like, how the hell did they? Okay, all right. Well, I wasn't paying attention, I guess. I mean, I saw him like like killed them, but I
Yeah.
didn't think that long. Okay, all right, okay. Very
Yeah.
slow today.
So
But no, the effects was cool. I mean, I love the gun effects though. That was fun. Like he got the small gun, and then like he pushed it and just like blew him away. Like that was cool.
yes.
I like that. And it feel like he did his own stunt with some of them, especially the one in the butt, like the one he did on the car. I'm like, some of them scenes I think Will Smith did too.
He probably did.
Um, it just feel like he did, but it was cool. Seeing the effects, I didn't have a problem with the effects. I think I had more a problem with the effects in like Ghostbusters or something. Like some of it was so cheesy, but that was an older movie. But in this movie, I ain't no, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't really.
Do you think the effects still hold up all these years later?
No, because I was like, what the fuck? Not to me. I mean, it's not bad. We saw worse,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad. But it was like, yeah, this was in the right time it need to be. Like, you could not have this movie out now.
I mean,
You,
if it did come out now, it'd probably be more CGI than practical effect,
yes,
unfortunately.
right, and it'd probably be more comedy in this. I saw. Okay, are they coming out with another one of these, or you think they will rebrand it and make a new cast? Or
I mean, they tried it with International with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, and it did not work. So the only
okay,
way I could see them making another one is if they brought Will Smith back
yes,
and had him basically be like the Tommy Lee character to a degree.
mm,
That's the only way I could really see them coming back. And then is because in recent years, especially like with like sequels from movies that's older, you kind of get like the you have the legacy character, and then you bring in the newer character. And like I say, Will Smith is because think about it, Will Smith now is what like he's 4 or 5 years older now at this point in time than what Tommy Lee Jones was at the time
mm,
of the first movie. So he fits in that age of where he can be, he's the elder statesman and
right.
everything.
But do you bring him back as a piss off, like
No, no,
because he's older?
I would
Oh,
say I would basically say he would be like a older, wiser Agent J. He still has some of the, some of his flair,
mm,
charisma that he had, but he's older and wiser because he's 30 years older now, right? Time has, kind of similar to what K was in a way,
yes,
where like we do get his backstory, especially in like as the series progresses, we do get a lot of K's backstory, and everything. So I feel like because we've seen a lot of Agent J, like in the first three movies or whatever, and then I'm pretty sure they could come up with some other stuff that we didn't see in the 30 years since. But he's older, wiser, and then you have like a younger, more braggadocious, pretty much like him in a way, and he's probably like, "Hey, I'm trying to teach you something here," type of thing. So it's like old school, new school type of thing or whatever. That like I say, that's the only way I can see them kind of doing that. And a perfect example. Now, have you seen the last Bad Boys movie?
Yes.
Okay, so think about the dynamic between him and his son in that movie. And I would say that's probably like something similar to their relationship in that is what you could probably do with like if they did another Men in Black with bringing Will Smith back at least because like I say on paper the international one made sense, but then it's like no, they don't have the same type of chemistry that Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith had.
Mhm.
It just didn't work. Cause I remember when I watched it, I was like, this is not Men in Black. I don't know what the hell this is, but it ain't Men in Black. So, um, yeah,
So basically, bring back Will Smith and enter a younger character.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Cause yeah,
Mm.
I mean,
Who's out there you think can, male or female, can play that role with Will Smith as the lead?
I mean, if you went with a guy, I would probably say maybe like a Damson Idris who played Franklin Saint on Snowfall and was in the new
Mm.
movie with Brad Pitt, F1. Maybe somebody like him. If you went with a woman, uh,
Oh my God! I got somebody, but they old too.
who? Who you got?
No, as a male,
Who?
a villain, John Cena. I just think of him, just him as a villain.
As an alien villain?
Yeah,
I can see, yeah, I can see that.
but I can see him in that in like in the Men in Black movies. I don't know if he could be one of the agents. Maybe you know what? He probably could. Can you imagine him in a rock movie? Oh, that's probably crap. But
I can
I
see him
can
as an alien villain. I can see that.
I can see that because he's making coming back. Oh my God, it's been so long. It's so long. But okay.
But if they decide to go with a woman as the younger,
Hmm.
um, may well, I don't know because she's tied up with the MCU. But I was thinking about Dominic Thorne who plays Ironheart. Riri Williams. Maybe
Okay.
her, maybe somebody like her
Okay.
or whatever.
Okay. I heard of her.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So something like that, maybe.
Hmm. Okay. But I mean, I think they can. I mean, they rebooting all these movies. I mean, some movies do not need to be rebooted.
They don't.
You already had podcasts about that for many years. But if they want to do that, I wouldn't mind seeing a new. But they have to be done good. Like, don't do what they did with the Ghostbusters with the women.
Well, that's the reason why they did. That's why Jason Reitman came back and pretty much did the legacy sequels directly. Sequels of the first two movies.
You
Um,
know, I don't think I saw that one. I think I wanted to
there's
see
actually
that
two.
one.
There's two.
Yeah,
There's two of them.
right, but I don't think the recent one just came out a couple years ago, right? I don't
Yeah.
think I saw that. That's the one I needed to see, but I didn't. I,
Because that the first one that he did, which was a tribute to Harold Ramis, who played Egon, because he passed away in real life around that time.
yeah,
And I feel like that was like the perfect way to do that because the fact that he grew up with him because Ivan Reitman, who directed the original Ghostbuster movies, and Harold Ramis, they were good friends, and Jason Reitman was around a lot, and he knew Harold, for a big chunk of his life. So for him to pay tribute to, a family friend like that, I thought that was done very well. And the fact that the Egon character is not in the movie, he's in the movie because it's like you just feel his presence throughout that whole movie. And I thought, like I said, I thought that was a great job how they did that. The second one, Frozen Empire, I mean, it's okay, but that first after the one called Afterlife, I think, like I said, that was a very good legacy sequel. And everything, and you should check that one out at least.
okay, I
Yeah.
definitely will.
Let's see here. So I know we've kind of talked about quite a few moments and scenes and stuff like this, but what are two standout scenes or moments from Men in Black for you?
Hmm. I think is the introduction of the movie when we found out the alien with Agent K. That's
Mhm.
one of my. It's like what the when they the alien they struck. I'm like Jesus. Like I'm going off as a kid, like my
INS
kid. So it's
Division
like
6.
whoa, like what is this? I'm like, hey, what is this mess? What's going on? That's one of my favorite scenes. I know it's probably not like everyone's favorite scene enough, but it just like it got me hooked. Like, all right, okay, what's gonna happen next? And it's not a favorite scene, but the whole thing with Bug and the sugar, like any scene with him, most most of his scenes, I think I enjoy just him, just his character. Like he just know how to act. Like he just I don't really have a I mean no. Okay, wait. Let me take it well, kind of take him out a little bit. At the end, beginning and end, there you go. When Will Smith was fighting him, he was stepping on the bugs. That's one of my favorite things. And he was like, oh, that's your uncle, that's your aunt. And then,
We
Agent
threw that
K went
damn
into him
brick
to
at
get
his
his
head.
gun back. and,
We hit him in the back of the head with a brick.
and that's what yeah, so that's one of my favorite scenes. But it's always with something with Bug in it. Always with Bug. But no, the first favorite scene, not favorite, but like moment would be how they introduce like, hey, this is the alien. And then like he blind all of them, all the cops came. Why would all y'all look at that? And first of all, how the camera was, one of them they actually get like the little memory loss. Cause he wasn't his eyes weren't on that thing. But that's just me. You go back and look on your right hand side. That's just me. Um but that scene, that moment was cool, and then the end with the hoe when they fight this big ass bug. Those my two.
All right. For me, well, it's funny. Okay, so that introduction, that movie intro with K and D when they out there with the illegal aliens and everything, that is one of my favorites too. Because I always quote that like,
Really?
um,
Oh wow! Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know that. Okay.
I always quote that part. It's like, boys, ever think about having a blast like that? Like, what blast? Underground gas main, genius. You know, you guys should really be careful with this starting the firearm, especially you and everything.
Yeah, it's got all that naked on the slime on
Yeah, right,
him.
like I say that, I always say that a lot, especially you, right? That for me is a standout. And then the other one is probably the whole that fight. Um, that well, I wouldn't say necessarily fight, but when they chasing, well, when stupid K or J is trying to, basically hit up on the doctor lady and everything, and the bug end up getting the cat and then taking the Orion's belt and then taking her off and everything, and then they chasing in the street and he firing the doggone little gun, the cricket, and crashing onto the car and everything. That's like one of my favorites also. Um,
Hmm. Okay, I
and
like that.
everything.
Yeah.
But so before we wrap this up, I got a couple of questions for you.
Mm.
So first question I'm gonna ask from the movie, which of the aliens would you think would be living among us today if they were real?
The dog.
Okay,
Say that real quick. The dog.
the dog.
The dog.
Okay. Okay. Well, why do you think the dog like that would be living
I
among?
mean, because that was just a simple answer to come up first in my head. But no, it just I mean they fit in with society. They do. Or the man with the cat, them like them two,
The
they can
jurors?
fit in. Yeah, they
Mhm.
can fit in too, but I was going for the dog because it was easy
Okay.
answer. I mean he just blend in. I mean poor bulldog, he probably could never fly after getting shook like that.
Jeez. I mean, Tommy
But
was
yeah,
shaking the
that's
hell out of
that's
it. He was shaking the hell out of it, though.
Oh, that's one of my moments too, Jay. When he was shaking the doll, but like how the camera was angled. That's one of my favorite moments
And the
too.
people
I mean, that's
walking by
probably
looking, and
they probably like, why is this one of your favorite moments? You weird up. No, first of all, I have a dog. I don't shake my dog. One can't do it. That dog don't listen to me. But like, I just like that scene. It was just fun because the people around him like, what in the hell?
and Jay just saying a whole bunch of nonsense, talking about, oh, they practicing the ventriloquist act.
Yeah, right. That's me trying to cover up somebody doing something dumb. Yeah, that's me. I do that. I'm like, yeah, no. Like for example, somebody drunk. I'm like, oh no, they cool. They just stretching. No, they need to go home.
Okay. Next question is,
Mhm.
which celebrity would you think is secretly an
Where'd you
alien?
get these fucking questions from? Um, celebrity.
I only say that because of that scene when they first go to headquarters and they have up on the big screen, they have all the different celebrities that are
Oh,
supposed to be aliens.
see, I was gonna say one, but he just passed away, so it's not gonna be funny. And the other one was in jail with the baby boy. I can't say him either.
Okay.
Vince McMahon, because he definitely looked like one, honey.
Well, he looked like freaking M. Bison from Street
Man,
Fighter.
them eyeballs is scary, honey. Whew, look like he got a couple more, whew, couple more levels for him.
So
Forgive
you
me,
going
Jesus.
so you going with Vincent, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, yes, because my other two is probably too low of the bill.
Okay, well, tell me after we stop
I mean,
recording.
I kind of said. I mean, baby oil. Hello, and
I heard that
yeah,
one.
brother. The other one, he just passed away. I ain't gonna do all that, but
Okay.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
I pick Vince. If I pick a, like a real like an actor, actress, a
Yeah,
real
yeah, there you
one,
go. Yeah, there you
um, you might laugh me out. I don't know. Can I pick two?
go. Go ahead, sure.
Because they're actually my favorites. Tom Cruise and Jim Curry. They beyond crazy. That's probably why I like them. I think I have a thing for crazy
Uh,
people. Literally, like I gravitate crazy people.
Tom Cruise
Um,
because he's a daredevil. He's not afraid of anything.
right, that little man.
Yeah.
I'm short, but that little. But yeah, those would be my two. I can't pick which one. Maybe Jim Curry. If we sticking with the Tommy Lee Jones connection, but
Because he can actually make that damn Edgar face when he pulled his head, but he can actually do that without having to do any kind of weird shit.
you
So,
know, I wonder if like they was like Jim Curry, you want to be a part of this editing movie? Then Tommy was like, nah, not him. They can't take another scene without. So
well,
he could have been in that movie.
if I'm not mistaken, I think there was a thing where they basically can never work together again. I think that is the
Yeah.
case. I think so. I'm don't
Mm.
quote me on that 100%, but
Oh no, I wouldn't be surprised though. I
um
mean, yeah, the way Jim Curry, I could imagine. I could imagine that this be the fly on that wall. Like,
oh
wow, like,
segregated one.
oh
Oh
Jesus,
segregated one.
oh
Oh,
my
like I said,
God.
he should have got plugged just for saying that.
That
But
is not funny. It is not. Oh Jesus Christ, that man is nuts. Okay, this is
yes, he
not Jim
is.
Curry. It's not Jim Curry. I'm so sorry, Tommy Lee. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry, Tommy Jones.
But okay, so the last one, and this applies to any movie franchise.
This is a tough one.
Is there a sequel or reboot that you secretly enjoy?
Oh, I secretly enjoy.
Yeah. Like you don't really make that be known that, oh yeah, I actually
Like
like this sequel, or I like the fact that they brought that franchise back.
the Scream movies.
Okay.
What y'all know about that? Though? Cause I'm not really a big movie person, so like I would say the Scream movies
Are you
or
looking forward to part
no,
seven?
no, no. I'm sorry, not Scream. I said
Okay.
Scream. Scary movies. You said
Scary
guilty
movie.
pleasure. Sorry, the scary movies. I like them. I don't know why. Sorry, I love Scream. Most of them, the comedy
Okay.
ones.
Okay.
Yes, that's like a guilty
All of
pleasure. It's
them?
like I don't like all of them, but I wouldn't mind watching them because it's just stupid. It's stupid comedy. Whew, Lord.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. If I
Cause
go with my first answer, it's probably sound a little bit more better. But
cause you can definitely tell when the Wayne brothers stopped being a part of that franchise. You can definitely tell
yeah,
that.
the first two was cool.
Cause the Wayne brothers.
Yeah, the other ones was just like what in the.
Cause there was no
But
Wayne brothers.
true, but like that's like a guilty play. I don't really tell people I watch the movies for real. I probably told you before, but
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, that's like a guilty pleasure. If I ask you a question, um, that people
Okay.
really don't know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, let's see. Do you have any more questions or anything before we wrap this
I
up?
I do have one
Okay.
question for you, but I kind of forgot the whole question, but I got
Oh,
half of it for you.
all right.
But it was something because Tommy Lee Jones. It was something. My question was something around how do you feel about older men playing in roles like just in general? How you feel about like well Will Smith now, Denzel Washington, Tommy Lee Jones. What's his name? Danny De Niro. Danny Leo. I don't think he act no more. Who else? Like older men. It could be no matter what genre they play, but like, how do you feel about older men and like acting? Like, how do you feel about that? Like, far as like they come from being young and then they're older now.
Oh, so basically the ones that
Like,
age,
how do you feel like older men acting?
not the ones that start
Age, yeah.
older.
Like, how do you feel about? Well, I don't know. See, that's my question. It's my question is like three questions in one. Basic. Okay, how you feel about older men playing actors that I guess started off that way, and then the ones who was younger and came an older actor. Like when I saw them, they was already grandpa. When you probably saw, or you when you look back on the movie, they was very young, like a Morgan Freeman. Like I don't think I ever saw him a movie when he was young at all.
Well,
So
I mean
like
the
I don't know if
close
my question is
because
accurate for you.
Morgan Freeman. That's the reason. That's the reason why I asked that because Morgan Freeman is a perfect example of someone who pretty much started late. Because he started
Okay.
acting when he started acting. He was 35 years old, and he didn't get his first like big break in a movie until he was 50.
Mm.
So, and that movie happened to be a movie called Street Smart, which starred Christopher Reeve, the original Superman, and
Mm.
Morgan Freeman actually got nominated for an Oscar for that. And then
Mm.
his career kind of took off after that because he was in Glory, did Driving Miss Daisy, and then of course in the 90s, all the movies up until now. Um, as far as actors that kind of aged into older men, I mean, of course, De Niro, Pacino, uh, Jack Nicholson falls into that. Um,
But like, do you like them? Like, do you like them as older? Like, does it
I,
bring
I,
you like? Do you have a preference? You know, like some people are like, oh, like I like watch like
I,
the younger
I,
version of them, or like
I
in
would say,
general.
I would say this. So the best way I will answer this is Pacino is someone who I felt like he should have retired in his 50s because watching him, I would say watching him after he did Insomnia with Robin Williams. I say after that, his career gets real janky, all right,
Mm.
as he gets older. De Niro, on the other hand, he actually continued to do really good stuff as he aged. Yeah, he did some clunkers in there, but I mean, everybody kind of does clunkers or whatever, at a certain point. But De Niro, because even now, De Niro is still doing relatively good stuff. Pacino, not so much. So
What about
I think
Denzel Washington?
I mean, Denzel is Denzel. I
I
mean,
know, yeah, that he's one of my
but
him and
it's weird to see him now looking his age because there was a long time before Denzel started to age. Like,
yes. What was that recent movie he did? I was like, damn, he my grandpa. What was the movie?
what
Equalizer.
the third one, Equalizer
Yeah,
3?
I never saw the other two, so I was way behind.
Oh God.
So yeah, yeah, hello, no
Well,
movies,
he
but
got a new movie coming out later this year with directed by
damn.
Spike Lee.
Oh
Highest to
wow.
Lowest. Yeah, it's called Highest to Lowest. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that too. But yeah, it is okay. I would also throw Leonardo DiCaprio in there because I mean, he was a child star and now he's freaking in his 50s and it's like yeah, you literally saw this person grow up on screen. Even though I'm younger than him, but you still saw him, you seen him, age on screen. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everything. Like I say, it all depends on I think it all depends on the actor. 'Cause I'll say also
Okay.
too, like
Okay. Because when I was Look in the movie.
No, no, I was just gonna say like
Go ahead. My bad.
how George Clooney. I mean, he's gotten to a point now where he's basically semi-retired, whereas Brad Pitt, who is, in his 60s now, he's still pretty much doing consistently good work. So, like I said, it depends on the actor for me.
Okay. All right. But I don't mind like older actors. I don't know. It is sometimes they bring that calmness to movies sometimes or they bring that like really aggression to a movie. One of my favorite movies that's on Netflix is The Irishman. I think that's called that long ass movie. But it was great. Like it's a long movie, but it was awesome.
It is. It definitely is. I remember I watched it. Yeah, I watched.
Yeah.
I was luckily I watched it on the day I was off and or whatever because I was not going to sit there for no damn near 4 hours on the day I had to work.
No, so I didn't know that movie was that long. So when I first watched it, I think somebody put it on for me. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, why is Doc outside? I'm like, wait, how long is this movie? Like, it was so good. Like I said earlier, when I'm in the movie and I don't check nothing, if I'm into it. Like, I'm click. Like, if you got me, you did great. If you don't got me, try again. But yeah, hmm, okay. Well, thank you for asking my question. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I do appreciate you for trying
Yeah,
to answer it because it's just like I told you, I kind of forgot the question, but it was something with older men. It's like, yeah, like how did he feel about older men in movies? Because I think they
like
have a place in it. And like you said, Denzel, he do show his age. Like Equalizer, he really showed his age in that movie. To me,
I mean,
far as like cause always the big bad, big bad man. Okay, cool, you beat your ass. Da, 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 da. That movie, I'm like, oh, okay, be careful. That's my grandfather. That's how I felt. Like, be careful.
that's like I
Like
mean,
he did his thing, but I'm just saying.
yeah. I mean, but also too, that's like looking at Keanu Reeves now. I mean, look at where he started out with the first John Wick, and then by the time you get to the fourth movie, that man running like his feet hurt. So it's it's like
Mm.
um
Oh, I see her too.
you know,
Man, I
and
see her too.
then
It's okay.
like Michael Caine. For me, Michael Caine has always been old because even though he was a younger man a long time ago, but when I started seeing him in movies, he was already like
Mm.
in his 60s. So so it's like, yeah. Um
Maybe you should do an episode like that, Jay. Like talk about you probably did. I don't know. Like older men movies.
old
Like what
man.
is the?
Well, there is one
Oh,
movie with Michael Caine I actually been thinking about doing at some point. It's a movie called Harry Brown, where is kind of like a Death Wish kind of ripoff where he's this older man and these punks that live in the community where he lives at in London. They kind of terrorizing the place and then they end up killing his friends. So he kind of have to let people, you have to let these punks know that he ain't nothing to mess with because he was like ex-military when he was younger. So he kind of get back into that mold and go after these young punks or whatever. So I don't know. It's kind of a movie I've been torn around thinking about doing. So having this conversation with you is actually making me think about doing that movie or something.
hmm.
So,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that came in my head when I was watching that movie. I
I
was
mean,
like, I got.
it's an interesting question, but yeah. So I
Mhm.
appreciate
Well, thank you. Well, thank you.
it.
Well, thank you for having me on. One,
Well, of course. I mean,
I appreciate it.
it was good to, get you in front of the microphone again.
Yeah, he want to drag me in front of this microphone. Check never came in the mail yet, but it's okay. I let the check go. Give it to just donate it at this point. I do need
Okay.
it, but donate it, okay?
Okay.
I thank you so much. But no, honestly, it was fun doing this episode. Sorry if I over the place, everybody, but it's been a long day. I work too, so yes, I'm on vacation, but I'm still working. It's called Need More Money. But no, the movie Men in Black. I'm like, when you tell, I was like, oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. We get to see the movie, we get to watch it, we get to go over it, cool. When I sat there and watched it, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta watch this movie. And I was like, wait, I didn't watch it the first day. I had to go back and watch it again.
Oh wow. But
So,
but you know
but
what?
to be fair, I was doing other stuff, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. I would tell the younger generation. I think they should go watch it. I think they should. I think they all should go watch it just to
Yeah.
get that nostalgia. Like just go back and watch. Well, they might know Will Smith more than Tommy Lee Jones. Maybe I don't know. Maybe. Um, I'm probably pretty certain they would know more Will Smith. So you say Will Smith, go watch maybe Will Smith. They might do it. Our generation might or older might. Oh, okay, Tommy Lee. Okay, cool. But yeah, I think people should watch this movie.
Definitely. No, I agree.
That
Hey,
third one, I mean that third one, that second
second.
one, then skip it, skip it, skip it. Go to the third one.
Yeah,
Third one was okay. That's
and it's unfortunate because Rosario Dawson is in the second one, and I'm a fan of hers, but it's like, yeah, they just, I don't know, they kind of, yeah, they kind of screwed up with the second one a little bit.
it feel like a man would not be named on this show who runs the country. Unfortunately, it feel like he will write that movie.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, him or Vince McMahon. Could you imagine them like, oh my god, this is gonna be a brilliant movie. This is gonna be awesome, and then it just
Well, we seen Vince McMahon write a movie, and it's called No Holds Barred. We know how that movie went.
oh gee, you know what? You know what movie I came across today, which I didn't even know. No,
What's
I
that?
knew it was a movie, but I never watched it. It was during the time we was recording years ago.
Mm.
It's the one with the little boy and God, what's her name? Oh my God, Martin Pam. What is her name? Her. She's in the movie. Is it called Main Event or something? I think it was based in NXT, and I'm just like, oh Lord, these wrestling movies. Oh my God! But this was like a kids movie,
Main
and he
event.
had like a lucha mask on. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's
Man,
called Main Event.
main
This is the
event.
time we probably both laughed when we first saw it. We no, I remember this day. We didn't see the movie, but we knew it was coming out. It was on. I think it's on Netflix or
Oh
one of
God, this
them.
movie actually does exist. What the
Was
hell?
the Big Show in this movie? Yes, because the Miz is in it. The dude used to be at NXT. I think he got fired. He's like one of the main stars. And
Wait, Keith
matter of
Lee?
fact,
Keith
Corey
Lee is
Graves
in
and
this.
Renee Young. Yes, he's in this too. Yes, Renee Young is in this. I'm like, damn, this
Yes.
is old as hell. This is during the time
Kofi
Corey
Kingston,
Graves was.
Sheamus, The Miz.
Yes, yes.
Good
Hmm.
Lord. No, 'cause I'm
It
looking at it.
was. Oh, I know. It was. I didn't watch all of it, but it ain't look so hot. I don't know how I got on this topic. But anyway,
Yeah.
um, again, I appreciate you for
Yeah.
having me
Of
on.
course. Of course, of
If
course.
you
So,
if you want to dig me back up, that's fine. Everybody else, thank you guys for listening, and I'm be quiet.
well, since Keita pretty much closed out the show, all I would say is thank you all for listening. Of course, you can follow us over on TV Zone Podcast Network. That's where you can find all of the movie talk episodes, everything like that. Also, if you're listening on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment below. Um, and everything, your thoughts about Men in Black. What's your favorite scene from the movie? What's your favorite Will Smith movie, maybe? Uh, who's your favorite odd couple pairing like Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones in this movie? You can comment all of that in the comment section below on YouTube. Of course, that is how I'm closing out Summer Blockbuster Month. I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to be doing for August just yet. I know I'm a few days away from August and I don't know what I'm doing just yet, but when I do know, I will let you guys know. And until next time, Keita, any last words, or was that your last words?
Sugar, give me more sugar. Give me more
Okay,
sugar.
so that's we'll end it on that note. So until next time, peace.